Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management Gurugram. Myself Sudhender Vats, Assistant Professor in ETC department. Our today's topic is M-array modulation techniques or M-level modulation techniques, which is a part of Unit 4th of Communication Systems. So till now we have seen about the binary digital modulation techniques like binary amplitude shift keying, binary frequency shift keying, binary phase shift keying, and differential phase shift keying. So these all of them were the binary modulation techniques in which only single bits, that is two single bits, 1 or 0, was used to represent the two symbols. That is, one symbol was represented by using one bit, that is by 1 or by 0. So in binary amplitude shift keying we used two amplitudes, and in binary phase shift keying we used two frequencies for two different samples, and similarly in binary phase shift key modulation technique we used two phases to represent the symbols respectively. Okay, and these two amplitudes, two frequencies, and two phases were used for two bits, that is one amplitude for the value 1 and one amplitude for the bit 0. Similarly, one frequency for bit 1 and one frequency for bit 0, and same in the case of phase, one bit that is 0 degree for bit 1 and 180 degree for bit 0. The maximum bandwidth we saw that in BSK it was 2 FB, in BFSK it was 4 FB, and in BPSK it was 2 FB. Whereas in DPSK we reduced the bandwidth and it was FB, where FB is the baud rate or the symbol rate. To reduce the bandwidth requirement, two or more bits are combined to form one symbol. Now what we will do in M-array techniques, to reduce the bandwidth requirement, two or more bits are combined to form one symbol, that is 0 1 1 1 1 0 or 1 1. So we will combine two bits to reduce the bandwidth. Thus the number of symbols is always greater than 2. Number of symbols, or we can say the number of levels that we will represent our symbols with will be more than 2. If m is the number of total number of symbol or level, then m is equal to 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of bits required to represent every single symbol. Let's say if we have 4 number of levels, if 4 of number levels are there, then we would require 2 raised to power n, that is n is equal to 2 number of bits to represent every symbol. Okay, thus the signal representation which uses the combination of two or more bits to represent a single symbol is known as M-array signaling scheme. So in M-array technique or the signaling scheme, two or more bits will be used to represent a single system. If it is a 4 array scheme, if it is a 4 level scheme, 4 level, then 2 bits would be used. If it is 8 level, then 3 bits. If it is 16 level, then the 4 bits will be used to represent a single symbol. So in this diagram you can see this is the BASK scheme, binary amplitude shift keying, in which two levels were used. one for high and one for low, that is 1 0 1 0 1 0. This is for high and this is for low level. Two levels were used. Whereas in M array level or M array scheme we would use multi-level. If it is a 4-level scheme, 4-level ASK, then there would be 4 levels of amplitudes, okay, which will be represented by 2 bits, 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 and 0 0. So this is an example of M array. Okay, so this is an example of M array level in which we have used 4 levels. Now if M level signal is used to modulate the carrier, then this technique is known as M array digital modulation techniques. If M level signal, that is if we are doing amplitude shift key, there would be 4 amplitude levels. If we are doing a frequency shift key, there would be 4 level of frequencies. So if M level signal is used to modulate the carrier, then this technique is known as M array digital modulation technique. In this, one of the M possible symbols is transmitted during each symbol duration Ts. So symbol duration would be Ts, that is for Ts time one symbol would transmit, then for the next Ts second symbol will transmit, and so on, where Ts is Tb into log 2m, that is n into Tb. Tb is the 1 bit duration, that is this duration, 1 bit duration, okay, and n is the number of bits to represent the symbol. So this is how we will do M array signaling, okay. So based on this type of modulation use, we can have M array ASK, we can have M array ASK, okay, or we can have M array FSK, M array phase shift king, and M array amplitude and phase shift king, which is known as quadrature amplitude modulation. So first of all, let's see the M array amplitude shift king. So in M array amplitude shift king, there are M different amplitude levels of the carrier. So the carrier would be modulated according to M levels of digital signal, okay. The signal can be represented as, that is the carrier signal, which will have M levels, can be represented as SIT is equal to AI, that is the amplitude, into cos 2 pi FCT. So FC, that is the carrier frequency, would remain constant, but the amplitude would change for I is equal to 1 to M, and the time ranges from 0 to TS, that is the symbol duration, and the amplitude for 4 different carriers, if it is a 4 level modulation technique, will be AI is equal to 2I minus 1 minus M into D, where 2D is the difference between two consecutive signal amplitudes. So 2D is the difference between signal amplitudes. So this is how we can generate the 4 levels if it is a 4 level, and if it is a M level, then AI would be 2I minus 1 minus M multiplied by D. 2D is the difference between two consecutive signal amplitudes. So I can range from 1 to M, and M is the number of levels. M would be 4 if it is a 4 level scheme, and M is 8, then it will be 8 level scheme. So let M is equal to 4 and D is equal to 1. If this is the scheme, we have 4 levels, and D is equal to 1, that is the difference between two consecutive signal amplitudes. Then the amplitudes would come out to be AI, that is if we put these values in the formula, would come out to be minus 3, minus 1, 1 and 3 volt. So these MASK signals can be represented as S1T would be, that is the first carrier frequency would be cos 2 pi FCT, second carrier signal would be minus 1 cos 2 pi FCT, that is the amplitude is minus 1, In this case amplitude is -3, and in this case amplitude is 3, and the frequency of all of the four signals would be same, because only the amplitude is varying according to the message signal, not the frequency. That is why it is called amplitude shift keying, which we have already seen in the previous lectures. So this would be the amplitude of the carrier, which would be having four amplitude levels, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these four levels can be represented using 2 bits, that is 0 0, 1 1, 0 1 and 1 0. So we can see we have four levels, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4 levels of amplitude in the carrier which we are transmitting with our digital information. Okay, so constellation diagram of the binary ASK and M array ASK signal can be represented as I have drawn here. Constellation diagram will show us the amplitudes or the number of symbols. Okay, so if in a BSK two symbols are there, that is two levels are there, M is equal to 2, so we would be having two symbols, one will be for 1 and one will be for 0. If M is equal to 4, then we will be having 4 symbols, and all of them will be represented by 2 bits, that is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Similarly, if M becomes 8, then we will have a 8 ASK scheme, and in this we will be having 8 symbols represented by 3 bits, 0 0 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0 and 1 1. As you can see, as the number of levels are increasing, in this scheme we have 2, then 4 and then 8, then the distance between the two consecutive symbols are decreasing. As the level is increasing, the distance between two consecutive levels is decreasing. So at the receiver end it can be difficult to get our information in the exact form, because there can always be a possibility of the uh, distortion between so many symbols. So as the distance is decreasing, it would be difficult to detect our signal in the original form at the receiver. Okay, so let's see some of the advantages. M array ASK, it is used in pulse amplitude modulation, and the implementation of the ASK in this scheme, M array scheme, is very simple. So transmission would be less costly, but M array ASK is susceptible to noise and distortion. As I have already said, if we increase the number of level, that is M, if we increase it, then the distortion and the noises will also increases, as the distance between the two symbols is decreasing, and there can always be a possibility of distortion. So it will be very difficult to extract our information in the original form. So this is it for the M array ASK. In the next lecture we will see M array PSK and M array FSK schemes. Okay, thank you very much.